said he had something outrageous. I'm just going to go back and tell him about it.
Larry. Hey, how are you? Good, how are you? Long time no see. How are you? Nice to see you. Yeah. Do a big
Pastor, I'm Katie Steele. Nice to meet you. I'm a patrol captain. Yes. Yes. You talk to me. We're Sergeant who does our right along. Really, Sergeant Tom? Not yet. Of course I do at my desk. I never have my card. I never have my card. Do you have a phone?
Guys, I'm going to move these microphones a little bit. Is everyone good? Audio-wise?
Yep.
All right. Ready? All right. Good afternoon. My name is Jordan Galkis. I'm the Public Information Director for the Lansing Police Department. Today we're here to talk about an officer-involved shooting that happened this morning. I'm joined by our Police Chief, Ellery Sosby. He will be giving a timeline of what happened, but we will open the floor up to questions, but I do want to preface, this is an ongoing investigation, so some questions won't be able to be answered.
Before I get started, I'd like to thank everyone for coming today and being here to get this the narrative out to the appropriate people at the appropriate time. I'd like to thank the NAACP Branch President Dale Kopich for being here, Police Commissioner D.A. Jones, and representing the Lansing Clergy Forum, Pastor Damon Milton. The Lansing Police Department is saddened to report an officer-involved shooting that took place in the 2000 block of Malcolm X Street early this morning that resulted in the death of a 31-year-old Terrence Michael Robinson. Before I take any questions, I'm going to walk you through a very brief timeline of the incident. Last night at approximately 10:48 p.m., Lansing police officers responded to a shots fired complaint in the 2000 block of Malcolm X. When officers arrived, they located several stolen vehicles at this residence. Officers continued to investigate and obtained a search warrant for the involved residents. At 5:27 a.m., officers attempted to make contact with the occupants inside the residence. While doing so, officers were confronted by a 31-year-old male threatening to have a weapon. Officers tried to verbally and consistent with their training de-escalate the situation with this male. During negotiations, the suspect fired a round within the residence, and officers tactically disengaged to the street while reevaluating and waiting for additional resources. At 5:44 a.m. this morning, the suspect exited the residence while shooting at the officers and striking a police car. Officers returned fire to stop the threat, striking the suspect. At 5:48, officers secured additional suspects that came from the same residence and verified there were no more additional armed subjects within the residence. At 5:51, officers approached the suspect, securing him and the weapon, and performed life-saving measures. The suspect was transported to the hospital where he was pronounced deceased. Any loss of life is tragic. Right now, I am asking for the community's patience and hold off any judgment until the investigation is finished. I will assure you that the Lansing Police Department, along with the Michigan State Police, will conduct a thorough investigation of this incident, be transparent as possible, without jeopardizing the investigation. I'll take questions. Sir.
Chief, do you know if the residents had any prior complaints associated to the address or anything like that?
The residence was a known residence for the police department, yes.
What was the initial call made for?
The initial call was a shots fired call by a neighbor.
And can you talk about the stolen vehicles that you guys kind of observed?
While investigating the shots fired call, the officers located several stolen vehicles on the property. Based on some previous incidents that we've had with chop shops in the city, they investigated that and obtained a search warrant for the property to investigate that further.
For sure. And Chief, can you kind of like touch on the auto theft issue in the city? I know it's been pretty common. What is the police department doing to kind of address that?
I think that's probably a better question for another time. I have to answer that, but right now I'd just like to focus on the incident.
Chief, you also mentioned that there were some subjects also in the house as well after the shooting. Was that right? And are there subjects also suspects within the shooting, or how many folks were taken out of the home?
There were several subjects within the home. Anything further in detail on that, I'm not going to comment on right now because I don't want to interfere with the investigation of the state police.
So is the Michigan State Police taking over from here now?
Yes, it is. Per LPD policy, the Michigan State Police conducts our investigations of all officer-involved shootings.
Chief will be both involved.
I do not have that information right now.
Chief, there was some activity this afternoon at the residence. Was there a fear that there were still other people, other subjects inside the house?
That's correct. The residence was secured by the Lansing Police Department, our tactical team. At that point, the decision was made to have the Michigan State Police take over the investigation. They in turn called their tactical team in to clear the residence.
So essentially it was cleared twice. Is that how that worked?
No.
No?
No, that had not been cleared
It
yet.
had not been cleared?
Yes.
Okay, gotcha.
Those are all the questions we'll be taking at this time.
Thank you.
Guys, and I'll also send out